Good morning everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. 7 seeds for September, that's what I'm doing today. Just a coincidence that it's 7 seeds. It's just what I wanted to sow today. So the first one are spring onions. Now, whoops, oh you clumsy sod. Sowing these in modules, couple to each one, and now it really depends on the weather through the year. I could be eating these at Christmas, or it might be as long as all the way into sort of next April, May. I am going to be planting them when they're grown in the polytunnel here. They're not going outside, and we'll just see when they come really, but they're there and growing and ready for use when they're ready. So I love this variety, Hikura. I know there's white Lisbon is meant to be sort of mildew resistant, and there's another one, blood red Holland, that's a winter variety. I just love this Hikura. I just think they're brilliant. Lovely straight stems. They don't bulb up, but I quite like that. For me, it's a chef that makes them easier to chop rather than bulbs. So there we go. All I've got to do is just riddle some compost over that. I didn't bring enough labels with me today, so that's why I'm shoving the seed packet in the side. So that's that one. Next one, beetroot, and this again multi-sowing, 2 or 3 in each module, just a few anyway. This variety is Chiosia, so it's a nice light pink colour. Again, it really depends on the weather. And it's also a fight against, for me in here, it's a fight against the mice. As to whether, when they start bulbing up, they are susceptible in winter, because there's not much else for them out there to eat. But I don't mind so much. They've got to eat, right? I'd rather they did it somewhere else, but you know, can't be fussy. So that's Chiosia sound. Now what I'm going to do with these seeds, when I finished up here with all this sowing, I'll cover them all, riddle some soil over the top, and pat them all down nicely. Water them, and absolutely soak them and drain them. That's important. And then I'm going to take them home, these seed trays, just flat in a pile. Some newspaper on the kitchen floor, and I'm just going to stand them on the kitchen floor for 2 or 3 days only. That's enough, because at the minute the night time's much colder than the day times, and I'll get much better germination if I've sown them at home. If I'm letting them germinate at home, because the heat will be much better overnight. So I've got a couple of lettuce here to sow. These are sort of my winter favourites really. One of them I couldn't find until the other day, the other one I've been waiting for to be delivered. But this first one is red Grenoble, or as it says on the front of there, Rouge Grenoblaise, or Grenoble Lois. There's a big packet of seeds because I grow this stuff all year round, this red Grenoble. And I don't need that many, so I'm just doing half a row, that's it. So that will do there, and I have got seed labels for these. I'll turn them around and you can see them. And the last one is part of the challenge with Tony Smith, the carrot and lettuce challenge. I recommended 5 varieties of lettuce, and this was one of them, a maze. And I didn't actually have any when I went to my seed box, didn't have any left, so I had to order some. And they've taken forever to come. DT Brown have been so slow in their deliveries. I know everyone's having problems at the minute, but you know, I know DT Brown are a good company and I've used them a lot myself in the past, but what I'm a little bit annoyed about really is that they're taking weeks and weeks to send orders. But if you order from a company like Premier Seeds Direct, and they're the cheapest at the bottom of the seed supply ladder really, but they're probably the best because I can order from them today when I go home at midday, and if they're not here tomorrow, they'll be here the day after. So DT Brown, what are you doing? It's all sorted out. I don't understand these differences in deliveries, but there you go. I get quite upset by things like that, you know. And I've already got some of this next seed that I'm sowing. I've got some little plants and they're going to be planted out in the next day or two. It's always worthwhile having more of these. As things are harvested through the winter, or as things die off, you know, through mould and mildew or pest damage, it's good to have a plant ready to go to put in its space. Stops weed growth. So I'm just sowing here. These are chard. I mean, if I just put them in the compost heap at the end of winter, it doesn't matter. It's only a few seeds in it. So, and this is Swiss chard rainbow mix, big packet, love chard. So that's another one sown. Done the red Grenoble. Now these will be going, this next one will be going in a bed here in the polytunnel, and there'll be some going on my kitchen windowsill. This is parsley, and this one is the proper sort of curled parsley, not the flat leaf. I'm sowing both today. I never know, devil of a job getting into seed packets today. But again, I'll just sow them and cover them up, and then I'll distribute them wherever there's a space. I'm saying in the depths of winter, there's snow on the ground or frost on your car outside, and if you've got some greenery on your windowsill because you can't get out, how good is that? So I do like that. And this is just a plain flat leaf parsley, and to be honest, this is my favourite. I think it chops better and I think it's got a stronger flavour. So you can see with this method of sowing, just putting little divots in a seed tray full of compost, and you can get hundreds of plants from just this one little flat of seeds. I have got a seed label for this, so I'll put plain on one side of it, curled on the other, like that, and then I can put them across and then I'll know which is which. And the last one, this is great. This is Rocket. Wonderful peppery taste, and it's brilliant with meats. I think you've got a bit of chopped up steak or something, just chuck it on a bed of Rocket, and I'm just going to broadcast this all over. I'll put this everywhere there's a bit of spare soil, whether it's, I mean, look at how many I've sown there, it's ridiculous. But I care not. I'll put this into pots. I'll put it into beds outside, I'll put it in any spaces I could find under cover. Pots in my greenhouse, maybe some on my windowsill, outside the back door, put it everywhere. Because you just snip it off with scissors, you've got a nice handful of green peppery salad. And I say that pepperiness with something like a meat, you know, a bit of you could poach a chicken breast and slice it up and throw that on top of there with a tiny bit of vinaigrette. Fantastic ready-made meal. So there we go, they're sown, they're sown, and they're sown, and I'll just riddle all over the lot and take them home and put them on the kitchen floor, help with the germination, fetch them back down here in 2 or 3 days, and then prick out as they come through. There we go. It's nice to still be picking fruit in September. Ripe tomatoes this time of year, always welcome. And if they're not quite ripe, they'll go on the windowsill at home, so happy boy. Well, I finally managed to get out here. I wanted to sow my seeds out here this morning in front of this flower bed because it's looking quite magnificent, even though it does need a bit of deadheading. But still, that's it for today. 7 seeds for September. That's my 7 seeds. On the edible front, I'm going to be sowing a lot of flower seeds ready for next year in a couple of days time. So anyway, got something special coming up in the next couple of days, so stay tuned and enjoy that when it comes. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Ciao now.